Tales from the Raidient Citidel is in the news again for reasons. I thought we had already forgotten this one, considering its abysmal sales, but no! As you know, it was nominated for Best Adventure of 2023 at the Ennies, and it came in second place. Second place. It was nominated for one award, and it came in second place for that award. Got a silver award. The gold medal winner for Best Adventure was Vaesen, also Best Tabletop Role-Playing Game of the Year, and Best Setting of the Year, Vaesen. But for Adventure, Journeys Through the Raidient Citidel got second place. People are upset that the Ennies gave them any recognition at all. Not that the Ennies matter anymore. I mean, whatever little respect the Ennies had, they kind of lost after 2018, especially after nominating Alice is Missing as Tabletop Role-Playing Game of the Year 2 years ago. Alice is Missing, of course, not being a role-playing game. Okay? I could forgive anything else, but it's not a role-playing game. It's basically, it's Werewolf. It's Among Us. It's a Who's the Suspect game. It's a Guess Who game. It's not a tabletop role-playing game. That aside, yeah. So, here's the thing. I think in this case, we kind of, they had no choice. This is basically an award for showing up. If they didn't give them the award, there's 20 different people on that list who all claim the diverse race something card and say, by not giving our product the prize, you're racist. And then that would have spiraled into each one of those 20 people's followers saying you're racist. And then that would have spiraled to hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people who are all in this little cult of reverse racism saying that the Ennies were racist, homophobic, anti-Semitic, whatever, horrible, awful. We know what we call them, right? The baby-eating, zombie-loving, kitten-kicking people that run the Ennies. So they knew that they were looking at hundreds of thousands of hate mails and death threats and possibly even physical violence. We know these people can go to extremes if they didn't give it the award. If they did give it the award and just give it second place in one category, they make these people happy. They can defend themselves when the inevitable series of attacks comes from people like Mackenzie and Connie Chang or whoever. And, they knew that they were going to get hate from the other side, but they know the amount of hate they're going to get from people like me is probably way less than the amount of hate that they were going to get from the other side if they did it. So they give the award. They're like, yeah, we're going to get some hate no matter what. We can't win this one. Let's just give him this, award for showing up. We never have to bring it up again. We had no choice, blah, blah, blah. Sure, we could have took a stand, but would it have been worth it for the hundreds of death threats and all the other shit? This way, one or two people go, oh, how dare you give them a silver award, you suck, Ennies, and then they move on because they're intelligent, rational human beings. So people like me or, Diversity or Bloodwith will go, shame on you for giving them the award, Ennies, and then we'll move on to another subject because we don't dwell. And it's not important in the great scheme of things. We've got better things to do with our time. So, yeah. Now, as for Raidient Citidel, it is an awful adventure. I've said this 1,000 times before, and there's nothing you could do to convince me otherwise. But it had amazing potential, which is probably how it got on the list in the first place. It could have been great. It could have been great. Such a simple premise, so easily to do. All you had to do was watch the second season of DS9, then reskin it to D&D. And that is your entire plot line, all the adventures, all the story of the Raidient Citidel. This space station in the middle of the vast wilderness that has access to gates to other part of the world / universe / multiverse. It's Deep Space Nine. All you had to do was make it D&D Deep Space Nine. Fucking easy. But you made it a virtue signaling rainbow flag nightmare where even people like me who are LGBTQT, who are Jewish, who are disabled are looking at it going, oh my God, that's awful. So yeah, gotta give a little defense to the Ennies. Not much, but I understand why it won the award. So there you go.